Hi, I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Welcome to Turner Classic Movies, where our month-long Western Festival continues with another example of heroic sacrifice. We just saw it in The Magnificent Seven from 1960. Up next, instead of 7 heroes facing down outlaws, it's one man alone facing seemingly insurmountable odds. Gary Cooper leads the cast of a film that earned 7 Academy Award nominations and won 4 Oscars, including one for Cooper's Best Actor. From Stanley Kramer Productions, released by United Artists and directed by Fred Zinnemann in 1952, High Noon. Cooper plays the marshal of a small town, Marshal Will Kane. The town is peaceful, but the violence is imminent and the clock is ticking. A dangerous criminal, Frank Miller, is on his way to town. He plans to team up with his old gang and kill Kane, all to settle an old score. So what's Kane going to do about it? He could leave town with his new wife, played by Grace Kelly in what was just her second movie, first big role, or he could stay and stand up to the danger. But to do it, Marshal Kane needs help. But will anyone in town do the right thing and stand with Citizen Kane? Sorry, couldn't help it. Just based on the story, the performances, the tight direction, and the propulsive, tense 85-minute runtime, this is a great Western, one of the best ever made. In addition to that, there is a compelling subtext. Zinnemann and screenwriter Carl Foreman are also telling a larger story. At the time, the United States Congress, with reckless, headline-seeking members in both the House and the Senate, which was led by the particularly irresponsible Joe McCarthy, was turning over every stone in America, no matter the damage caused, looking for communist infiltration, looking in the government, in the military, in higher education, and in Hollywood. High Noon screenwriter Carl Foreman, himself facing accusations that he was a communist seeking to undermine his country, was telling a version of that story in his script. In Foreman's metaphor, when good, honest men are in trouble, other good, honest folks must stand up to defend them. So on one level, this is a thrilling, tightly plotted Western. On another, it's packed with much deeper meaning. 2 men failed to appreciate the more profound message of the film. Many more than 2, but 2 in particular, actor John Wayne and his frequent collaborator, director Howard Hawks. They were appalled, not really for overtly political reasons, but because High Noon subverted Western mythology. They didn't think a self-respecting lawman should beg the townsfolk for help. So Hawks and Wayne responded with a similarly plotted Western, Rio Bravo, as a counter to High Noon. And guess what? Rio Bravo is also a great Western. From United Artists in 1952, also with Cotty Hirado and Lloyd Bridges. High Noon. Gary Cooper gave a terrific performance as Marshal Will Kane in High Noon. 8 months after the film opened, Coop won the second Best Actor Oscar of his career. Other members of the cast managed to make their mark in High Noon. It represented the first major film roles for both Grace Kelly and Lee Van Cleef. Kelly, of course, went on to become one of the most popular actresses of the 1950s before retiring from the movie business to become the Princess of Monaco in 1956. And Lee Van Cleef is remembered today as one of the all-time great movie villains. He didn't even get a line in High Noon, but Van Cleef just looked damn mean. And it turned out there was always work in the movies for someone who looked like he could shoot you dead in the street right as you walked out of the saloon and then go right on playing Wordle to keep his streak alive. Coming up, we dive a little deeper into the making of High Noon with a short documentary about how the politics of the day impacted the film and another picture released 2 years later. High Noon on the Waterfront is next on TCM.
Next on TCM, High Noon on the Waterfront. Then My Darling Clementine. And later, A Fistful of Dollars. Cash in with TCM tonight.